year.
This does allow
Think about
a
that.
lot of space at mid, and you can see they're going to be crawling up.
I feel like it's only been starting, like professional games have only started as of like 3 months ago. Or something, 4. Wait.
And Zelsis is none the wiser.
Actually, maybe a little more than that.
The line for a moment, and that's the opportunity that Baby Bay was looking for. Marved finds 2 on the follow-up. This is huge. That is the A site taken. They still need to get spike.
Oh my God.
This side. Baby Bay. This man's insane. The Blade Storm, huge for 2, and Marved with the triple. Just both of them putting the team on their backs.
Okay,
That was
that's
quick.
the Andre I'm talking about. This is now Masters form Baby Bay, Challengers 3 form Baby Bay coming back into the server. That's exactly the type of round that we really need. Barrel's going to betray Zelsis there, but then you have Penny kind of whiffing the shots. Baby Bay's not. Marv coming through for the layup as well. I mean, the fact that Marv was right behind Baby Bay, V1 did not expect that. And Baby Bay does the classical Baby Bay thing where he rushes directly into spawn. Smeaging does not end. He runs at V1 and it ends up being a flawless. Holy. All right, FaZe. More of that, please.
Some big plays coming through. Again, Recon Bolt shot nice and early. Vanity pops it, so it doesn't reveal his position there at Pizza. Again, a deep smoke. But I think he's been using as well, hoping that someone pushes through it. And a bit ambitious. FaZe. Oh,
He's like, make room, man, make room.
Look at that, Marv. Very lucky to be alive, copying a big bit of damage through the wall now. Drone comes through, doesn't spot Vanity, who's going to be continuing to fight for his
Very
position.
good play from V1. He should have gave him more space.
It's going to be nothing for Zelsis.
If Zelsis gave him more space, they would have won that shit. They would have destroyed him.
Found FaZe in a 4v2. Got Corey coming up top. Looks like we are going to see the A split. Seems to be the call. 3. Straight through tree. Effies. There's a dart of his own, but can it come through in time? Looks like he managed to find Corey in the corner.
Unlucky.
But Zachary, the coverage, the spray there. It's perfect. And player 1 has a world to do. Knows that Marv's over towards market, but this round, done and dusted. FaZe should find 3.
Super unlucky there for FEs. I mean, he's waiting for the recon pings to come on through spots, you know, Corey.
It's crazy. They actually would have won the round.
I don't know how many people
That was
here.
a very good call
maybe
to
there's
go
2
through that
people,
smoke.
there's 2 plays for
But
FaZe
if
here.
they
I'm gonna
just,
swing
if
on to
Zelsis just
Corey to
gave
find that
his
kill.
buddy more space
Second
and
ping
went
for
a
the
little
recon
bit
comes
wider
through, and
left,
there's
they would have
just too much,
destroyed
and
them.
The counter, you know,
But he
the
blocked
counter
his
spray
teammate, and
is
his teammate
not gonna
couldn't
be
help
for
him.
FaZe. And on top of that,
And then
as well,
they just died.
walking into the dark cover. Look, if Vanity kills Corey there, could be a very different round because then he's got control inside that dark cover. He can do a lot more. But as soon as Corey shuts that one down, momentum swings heavily in favor of FaZe, where player 1 now got to hold on to this rifle, not attempting anything further. And we're out of here. This is going to be FaZe picking up another one in a row and picking up some really good steam here as well. I think FaZe, quiet, 1 to 4. Player 1, I don't know about picking that one. Probably would have liked to just holding on to his gun, but we'll deliver that one over towards Baby Bay and crew as FaZe eventually get all 5.
And you're looking at that, Baby Bay almost maxed out.
Remember when you said you were going pro in Valorant? Oh yeah,
drop it
that
down
April
across.
Fool's. That was good.
Make sure he doesn't.
That was good.
That cap.
Good stuff.
Should be, but won't be. Unfortunately, it looks
Yes.
like Raucus is down at 1800. Yeah, maybe some economy worker. Trippy will take notes about that afterwards, I'm pretty sure. But I'm really looking to see now if FaZe bring us to a 4-4 or what, because we were at a 4-1 not that long ago. It was looking like FaZe were, I wouldn't say but lost on this map, but you know, their attacks across 2 maps now have been pretty average, except what we just saw in the last 2 rounds.
I think FaZe, from what I've seen so far, heavily a momentum-based team. When they're winning, they're winning. They're winning hard. But when they're not winning, you know, very slow. So good to see they're on the winning side of things at the moment. They're not currently winning the map, but they do have the momentum in their favor, and I dare say that should maybe transfer into another round. Let's see if they can get this mid control. Drone clearing things out nice and early there. As FaZe, I just put Raze towards a main. Corey, let's see if he can turn this A split into another round. Droning up short now. Slow and steady.
Slow round, dude. They want this dub.
Triple up towards A main. 2 up short. Effies, there's that contact. Drop dart as well to zone the play.
Okay, if V1 has a lot of ults, they should win this.
V1 still have ults here. I mean,
Should.
notably, I'm looking towards Zelsis on this retake, and I feel like I might end up being a retake. Depends if Penny wants to swing up. Penny's getting fragged. He's going to
Just play the Phoenix ult here.
Fox instantly has to dash away, and here we
Oh,
go. Hunter's
no.
Fury into the
Nice,
blaze. So
nice.
shut down onto Penny, and Effie is going to collect a couple. We still have the runner back coming in. Zelsis could still make this pretty big, just down to Raucus.
They should know he's in main, because he's obviously going to try to ult.
If you never made it pro in CS and Valorant is a new game, would you try to compete in Valorant or no because of your age?
All those shock darts to come through. Zelsus looking for the half tick, and then to fight here. Good coverage
What?
from Effies. There it is, two-man swing, little totem pole. And Effies will find himself the triple on the retake. Again, V1 with a successful retake to convert around. I thought FaZe were in charge there.
I don't know how to answer that
Fortunately
question.
for them, they got thinned out too early. V1 holding down the fort.
Now,
Call me
Rocket, by
old,
the way,
bro.
have the option of using the
I'm only
Honey
26.
Sphere, and we do see the Honey Sphere coming through.
See me on land,
dude. You know, no hesitation there. In fact,
I'll be
2
there.
kills from it.
Dragon.
Effie's running in with the runner back there as well. And it took Raucus a long time, by the way. Effie's lives on 5 HP, which, you know, if you're Raucus, you're looking at the damage, you know, numbers at towards the end, you're like, come on, that's really how much damage I did Effie's. I didn't get that kill. If he got that kill, then he falls off to A main again, plays for the 100 Sphere versus Zelsus, who's going to be under time pressure to get the defuse. That could be a 1v2 clutch, but unfortunately, he's not going to land the shots required to get the kill into Effie's.
Again, FaZe with this mid control. V1
Okay, old man.
very respectful in this regard.
God damn it.
Keeping the killjoy
Whatever, guys. Whatever.
on the ground.
Over you.
Blown up, and that's the info. You can see V1 start to rotate off the back of it, so the 3-man setup over towards A. It becomes a no-man setup over towards A. Split in towards this B site now. Player 1 needs to...
Why did he not use ult? 'Cause he wasn't gonna win that round. There's no way.
Just smashing it through the smokes, trying to get over to the stairs in time. And it looks like this push has been slowed down for the moment. Walling away.
Cancel.
Oh, that is a huge paranoia from Marv. That's going to be CT control. And from this point, again, we are going to see the rotation back to A. So all these kills over towards CT have been very crucial in the round.
Wow.
We've got Zachary just lurking at logs.
Just picked him apart, dude, through
He
mid.
can have some impact to find the final man, Zelsus.
Oh.
Jumped up. That's been heard.
Oh.
Zelsus out-aims him, dropping off the curb. 10 HP. Be able to drop the hot hands, try to fight in it. But Marved with a 4K for the round. Huge performance from him. Picking up the scraps from map number 1.
That's what we need.
Don't forget about your food. Dude, there's so much food here, and I've been full. I can't. There's so much food in front of me. I feel like I barely ate it.
The fact that FaZe are running to a decent amount of resistance,
You know?
walking on the B as well, like I said, they could absolutely cancel. They do. They go towards A. They realize, hang on a second, off the back of the fact that Zachary got a very late kind of lurk kill. There's only 1 player left on B. Might as well clean him up. Zelsus, or at least put the tax on FaZe for the extra 2 members. And we're going to put this one down at just the 1 round difference, 5-4. But still 4 ultimates for FaZe currently. And, you know, we talked about the FaZe momentum. This is still FaZe picking up a decent amount of steam.
Yeah.
Spike's going to be leaning towards A,
close.
but there's going to be 3 members from V1 towards A as well. With the player 1 down, though, it might actually end up being FaZe going to B instead.
Yeah, and V1, they are heavily committed over towards this A site now. You just got Zelsus at mid looking to stop those rotations, but he's gone down. And FaZe still continue to push towards the A site. Off the back of the lockdown.
Oh my
Amar
God, he
sharp
owned him.
there, straight through retreat. He's gone. Effie's last alive, given an opportunity to find Raucus, who doesn't clear his corners there. But just with the Bucky, it's looking very much unlikely that this is going to be around for him. Slow lurk from Marv coming around behind. See if he gets the reload off in time, or if he's ready for the off angle. Tries to pre-aim the corner, but Marv is very smart in playing it on the back of the wall. We go 3 for him in this round, and again, a spectacle.
Now, look, that was brilliant from FaZe. To be clear, though, it was also V1 on a light buy, 2 Buckies, a few pistols in there, so not expecting V1 to do the greatest. And FaZe slowly dismantle it. They went over towards B. Baby gets a solo kill. They went over towards mid. Zelsus dies on A as well. In fact, FaZe was running it up so hard. They actually forgot the spike. They left it into A lobby, and they just all walked on site and got the kills instead. Now that's what we're talking about. The guns coming on through. Penny has an operator available, looking over towards mid and tiles, and hopefully no one peeks them too early, or at least if you're V1, you're hoping they do pick you early. FaZe's time, leading very heavily towards B. It's going to come down to player 1 and Zelsus, and look how much utility there, as you'd expect from the Killjoy.
Ooh,
That's kind of cool.
Showstopper over towards the stairs. Paint shell's thrown on the run as well towards CT. No damage found, though. As V1 dodges all
A little
the
bit of a
utility
gimmick, but
nicely.
what if?
Still, do see all the Killjoy utility ready for a lane push. One of them's going to be popped early because a little bit of a lack of information. Player 1 now. Probing does. Eats out that turret, trying to find it through the wall. Get rid of it, so...
Burned all that
try to
util.
play a bit more offensively towards this B site.
Okay.
Things slowing down for the moment. Marv, is he going to expect Vanity here in the corner? You can see the flash comes through. Vanity goes on the offensive with Paranoia as the follow-up is huge. Allows Marv to get another and get out of there. Penny and player one starting to hold down the B site like us, the champions. But look, the spike's starting to go.
They just won their duels. That's all the hold was. They just won their duels.
A bit of an issue now. 30 seconds remaining just about. They haven't actually cleared tree yet. He's got a spot ahead, so Marv knows that Effie's is around the corner. Recon will probably confirm the information. The rest of V1 will be rotating over. If this goes poor, you can see the lockdown, but it's not going to go poor. Penny's going to hold it down. Operator in hand. If Raucus 1v4, he's not going to win this.
I believed in the Raucus. I did.
Effie's very sharp today on the Sova.
No offense against Raucus, but I don't think he's really won a clutch before, and I wouldn't really expect him to. And that sounds like Flame, but honestly, it's just he's not the guy on the team.
That's what I said.
If it's Zachary in a 1v4, maybe. If it's Baby Bay,
don't do him like just.
I said that same thing.
Like that. Let's focus on Marv having the good game. 15 and 7. Marv, well, what a bloody player! This man, complete turnaround from map 1.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, that is a really important point as well. Marv, I think, he's been really big on this map so far. Big part of how FaZe have been winning these rounds. I mean, every single round that I think FaZe has won.
Rock-ass slander.
Look at where Marv has been. And now, once more, straight away, operator over towards mid. It's not just Baby Bear. They see a snipe. Or Raucus, for that matter. And V1 are going to be feeling that one. Zelz is probably their best player. Down early.
This was looking like it was a good start for V1, I think, and then just
positioning of the mid players
slipped away.
Baby Bay's up on the archers. He's just gazing across the top of the smoke, hoping someone overextends. Let's see. Player one.
Are there any CS pros you'd want to see move to Valorant?
Holding.
Yeah, all of them.
Has the patience on him.
Every single one.
Just a matter of time. Penny as well. He's actually managed to get that operator and go deep on the line, peeking through archers. And I dare say he's scoped as well. If we did see a swing,
wouldn't that be cool?
He'd be going down.
That'd be so much fun to watch. Imagine that, dude. Every single player. Oh man, that'd be enjoyable.
Towards wine, lockdown coming on through. Oh, hang on a second, Baby Bay. Yep. Oh, he'll get out just.
Just to find player one up short. He goes as well. Smoke there as well as this lockdown, just clearing everyone out of his life. Penny, but he wants to go on the aggressive, and it works out as well.
Oh no, what is that shit? That's lame.
Safe, looking for a little bit more, but Marv through the window finds one. Effie's on the trade. This is looking good now for FaZe. Full control of site. Effie's and Vanity looking to make their way back in. Last round of the half, so there's no chance of saving hit. Corey, bit of an off angle next to the box, waiting for Effie's to peek close on the corner. You see, just waiting out for the recon dart, which has come through now, looking for the info. I don't think it's tagged anyone, so...
Oh, no, Baby Bay.
Vanity managed to bring it to 2v2. Nice trade, knows it's 1-on-1 now. He does deal with the turret. Zachary, he has been spotted here at Hell as well. Just spam to the corner, Vanity. Can he win it? Taps it.
Oh!
Molly gets rid of it early, but Zachary, too sharp. And there you have it. Big map 1.
Do you think they will eventually?
Second or first half rather in map 2 as well.
So I don't know. The problem
literally
is
anyone's map.
The problem and the main reason why many people are still playing CS is just because there's so much money in it. Like these players are earning like $30,000 a month. So there isn't that much money in Valorant just yet, but there will be. And once that money starts to shift, that's when they'll swap over.
Just a little bit of time to
you know what I mean?
V1 had some mega good rounds here, especially early on. As a reminder,
once it starts to get a little bit more pricey here in the Valorant scene, that's when they'll swap over. So gradually, the people that aren't making, you know, that aren't making 30 grand a month, the teams that might be making 5 grand, 10 grand, whatever, they get offered 15 to play Valorant. They'll play Valorant, you know.
This is where
it all comes down to money at the end of the day. And of course, some people probably just don't like the game. That's fine too. But it really is just money.
He's not doing it this round. They're going to be doubling up over towards Tree and pretty soon to Catwalk as well. Beyond that, we'll see if Baby Bay goes up mid, because Baby Bay does like to walk up mid a lot.
Looks like that's exactly what he's doing, having a stroll straight up the middle. Penny! He's going to go down low, but not fall just yet. Baby Bay, does he go through the smoke, helping out his short brethren? Looks like he's just going to wait for the moment. V1, slow things down as well.
Nah, money isn't everything.
Yeah, I mean, V1 don't have a lot of control here either, and that's the thing. Every single time
it
FaZe
kind of is, though. Like,
again, so
if your scene has no money, I'm not saying this would happen, because there's no way Counter-Strike would have no money. That's just not possible. But let's say, for the sake of argument, if there was no money, people wouldn't play. It's that simple.
They're gonna have to clear Corey.
It is about the money.
It's gonna be Corey, not blind. Corey is not blinded, by the way.
What, are they playing for fun? They're professionals. No, they're not playing for fucking fun.
But even so, FaZe,
they're trying to get that dub.
very successful round so far.
And play for a good team. Get some good salary.
And he will fall.
Tournament winnings is extra. That's fine.
On the second pistol, and FaZe take the lead 7-6.
And this is really good, especially for Baby.
They're playing for that spot on the team.
3 out of 6
That's what they're
now,
playing
so
for.
2 more frags, plus a defuse, or maybe 1 orb, 1 frag, 1 defuse. Any combination that gets you 3 more ult points, going to get him a Blaze Storm in terms of timing for that 3rd round. And absolutely massive that Corey gets that kill, because you look towards Marv. Marv is probably in a lot of trouble. He actually doesn't even go down, I think not until the very end, or not at all, really. So the crossfire set up over towards Tree. V1 having no control. They didn't clear anything, really. They, you know, smoked out Baby Bay, and that's kind of all they did on their entire attacking side for that particular round. They had no other control, so they kind of blindly walk into A tree and get punished. They thought maybe 1 flash is going to be good enough. You obviously flash directly into glass as well. It covers Corey, but like you sort of mentioned there, because it's near sight, it's not a flash, it's a near sight, Corey can still see perfectly fine.
He wasn't cleared either.
Where do the orgs make money? They make it from sponsors.
Still worked out.
I know.
FaZe 3 alive at the end of the pistol, and also it's a pistol. So
like if you're an org sponsored by
whatever economy,
a peripheral company,
usually you're
like Logitech, right?
That's
where you make your money.
The FaZe of 1 so far.
Yes, it is. So currently just pause, waiting for some issue to be fixed.
And investors.
But I guess, you know, scope of the map so far.
Investments and stuff
FaZe,
is
you got Baby
big.
starting to fire up in the second half. It's a dangerous prospect for V1 to deal with. And I'm excited to see what V1 have in their bag in terms of the strats to make this half work for them. Because I really liked what we saw from them over towards Haven.
Where do sponsors get their money? Oh, gee.
Really had a chance here on Ascent.
I wonder.
So V1, I mean, they haven't bought up anything here. And
How does Logitech make money?
I don't even think there was a recon.
I wonder.
The recon only comes through now. So that's actually just Zachary spamming the wall early, no info, hoping someone's going to be there. Gets rewarded. To be fair, though, Zel's didn't buy armor, so V1 bought nothing. It's 5 classics, and that's it. They're going to get cleaned up.
Paranoia coming in from short.
Little eco?
From behind. V1 did not see that coming. And there's going to be full A main control. Great setup.
How does the world work?
Everything working.
Where does money come from?
2-round lead.
Oh no.
Well, the only thing they lose there is Corey's armor a little bit, so Corey has to rebuy armor. That's about it. And Baby Bay, I mean, the only sad part is I kind of set up the possibility of Baby Bay getting a Blaze Storm by round 3. It's not going to happen. If it were, he would be in a position where, like, he might not have to buy, but he's obviously saved up for the operator. Now, Baby Bay can still be that guy. Ultimate or no, the operator here in a good setup. Where's he going to start? He's going to start mid. He's going to start mid, looking top mid as well. No one's going to be there, sadly. So, it's a little bit unfortunate. Oh, hang on. Could they be pushing? Got to check him. He's going to get... The drone gets cleared by Raucus, so this is...
Run!
Yeah, Big still got a lot of work done.
Oh!
Back to safety.
Alright, he got the trade. Let's go, rock ass.
Raucus able to hold
Steady.
things down, though, but he won't... Oh, he does pick up the operator on the exit, too, so... The win-win there. The map control, numbers advantage, FaZe, very much in charge in this round. Now let's see where FE's ends up.
Okay, chat, relax. Everyone relax. Everyone take a step back from their computer.
Assistance from the rest of V1. Player 1 and Penny, just looking to clear things out so he can get a bit mobile.
That, by the way, is Penny being very, very disciplined about clearing FaZe, because Corey would normally push up A as well. Corey is not afraid to push up A, and Penny has to be very clear about the flank's got to be covered. And to be fair, if Corey was there, Penny dies. He's on 3 HP. As far as Raucus picking up the operator, he is kind of the secondary operator on the team, even though Marv does pick it up as well. Before,
should let Penny lead. Jet,
he's
so low.
Raucus was the jet player, so that's fine. Turret's going to spot out this push from V1, 30 seconds left. You could probably assume that if you are FaZe, you can definitely assume that V1 are going mid.
FaZe very aware. You can see the ping on the map as well. It looks like we are going to see V1 go for a 3-player bust straight through market. It's just a matter of moment. Raucus, he's going to be cloud burst off. Tries for the timing shot. Doesn't work out. Now on the back of sight. Zach needs to hold down the fort. Oh, beautiful molly. Gets a second as well. And FB's, yes, he made it.
I don't know why that was so funny to me.
And 1-on-3, he's got some work to do. Phantom in hand. Can't get a single kill. As Corey comes in to clean things up. Janitorial duties. And there you have it. 9 on the board for FaZe. 3-round lead over V1.
That's what you expect from Zach as well. I mean, 2 kills for 1. He's going to hold B strong. You want to come B, you got to deal with that. 1 to the Nano Swarm.
Almost said in fighting games, people still compete even though there's no money in them.
And then on top of that as
Bro,
well,
we're not talking about fucking fighting games.
We're
talking about Valorant and CS.
Is Baby Bay going to actually... Is he going to find value here?
I like that you're trying to add an argument or some shit, but it doesn't apply.
If he wants to transition from looking top mid to potentially tiles, that does expose him by quality. So the fact that Raucus...
Like, of course, there's plenty of people who play games for fun.
Does not implicate the fact that Baby's pushed up.
We know this.
To allow Baby to get that kill. They just needed Baby to get out alive. They won't be able to give them back. The operator, Zachary and Raucus, both on Odins.
Okay. Curveball around the corner. V1 looking for this A main control, but Baby Bay happily playing with this one-way. Penny up on top. Gonna play the timing and Vanity.
Oh!
The cutout. Okay,
what
timing
the?
Works out for Penny.
A floating Bucky, dude. What the?
That's even
that looked crazy. Why did he do a 360?
Yeah,
I don't know. I loved it. I loved it.
Until Raucus does that. It's in heaven with the Odin. Just deletes Vanity. And the spike is now looking to be planted.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I was going to say, I thought that maybe that was, no, that's going to be the Nano Swarm coming through from V1 instead. So player 1 just making sure no one's going to get swung. They're not going to swing on him while the plant's coming on through. Pretty open for the most part. Become Dark gets deleted, but Penny nearly dies as well. They can see everybody on heaven, and with that, FaZe goes down. Penny
3v3.
Still 3v3 here.
No ults.
Gets that wall up as well to try to get the heal.
Oh, this op's gonna be huge.
Position if Rat comes through shortly, it might not work out, but Effie's on that operator is just doing work now. It's a 2-on-1 or 3-on-1 rather. V1.
He's out of here, dude. He's like, nah, I'm saving.
He's not going to be given anything. Full respect from
never mind, not saving.
Fighting until the end. They do look to exit. Good trade from Zelsis. Finish off Corey, who makes it a little bit more expensive with that extra kill.
You have to really address the early plays there again over towards A. I mean, Baby Bay, he got timing so
He did 360 clear corners.
No, we're going to see the aftermath.
Just insanely quick, and he saw it all.
in. Effie's in, collects the operator on the ground, dropped by Baby Bay, and it goes sour from there. They get the free plant. Their members in hell. Their members pushed up. They have a lot of players in the post plant still playing over towards A main as well. V1 had maximum control down on towards A, and the fact that Baby
Bay, close game, man.
Unfortunately, doesn't get anything done on the operator. Really just turns that round from bad to worse for FaZe.
I think FaZe is going to take this map just because they're CT side, but
also going to be FaZe finally looking towards a showstopper. I don't think we
who knows really.
Showstopper. No, we have. We saw a showstopper from Corey in this exact moment, and he threw it out the window. But I think that's the only time we actually saw a showstopper from Corey.
It was the second one where they had to retake B main, but I don't think we've seen any. There's no chance in the second one.
Is this a hit?
This could be the chance.
Oh, it's so close. Oh, it's so close. Oh, it's going off though.
All the way down. Raider misses the opportunity there. Raucus getting that recon dart in nice and late.
Is V1 doing like a double fake here? Are they gonna go back to B after Zelsis makes presence?
Like it could be the late
nope.
Lurking in through tree.
Oh, I don't like this by V1.
He spotted him as well. Okay, so
I don't like this.
Now you can see. Sights are set on the prize. Raucus turns around at the right moment, and Zelsis caught in no man's land.
Give me those back.
What the heck?
Baby Bay coming in on the flank. How's he got here? He's just bloody so aggressive. Clearing out everything. Full A main control marks as well. Full control up the side. Oh, missed opportunity.
Okay, that was not...
On top.
That was not it.
It was all the attention in the world. Marved will actually be the one.
That was just not it.
3 for him on the operator in this round.
What I thought they were gonna do is I thought they were gonna go. They were gonna try to sell the Killjoy to make them lean B, which they did, and then I thought somebody was gonna lurk A, get a kill A, gets the kill A, they go and rotate to A, but then there's people gonna lurk into B. I thought they were gonna go back and forth and back and forth.
Now more Marv and Raucus based on what we're seeing on secondary op. And they're buying up the storm. I mean, look at the equipment value coming through from the FaZe side of things, and this read as well. Like you said, by the way, they did see where Zelsis was going. Raucus was ready. Marv drops the spike on the ground after getting the kill. Then he gets the 3 as well. Just Corey flying on in, buying time.
All right,
for Marv
well,
to get an extra
a little
shot.
messy
Like I'm
strat,
saying here,
but
in terms of equipment value,
whatevs.
it's double Operator plus Odin. So much weaponry from FaZe.
It's going to be an early battle. Doesn't seem that way. Boombot invested for the info, knowing there's going to be at least someone holding towards a main.
Oh.
Oh, what? What's
short already? That right click's missed, but Zelsis there to clean things up. Now we haven't seen the hunter through from Effie. He's trying to deal with Raucus over towards Tree. Pops a couple of those off. Smoke comes through, allowing.
Oh, they have no idea. Oh, he shot.
Penny doesn't hard clear it. Corey's now going to be stuck.
What the heck is going on, dude? How is he alive? Oh my god.
Operator might not work at close range. It's going to be Zelsis to close things out with the Phantom looking for some control. We see the flash up top. Raucus though, crab walking his way to victory. Find a line, he's waiting for any information.
Go, rock ass.
See you later, Zelsis.
And it's over.
There's the double they're looking for, and it's back to that
well done.
1-on-1. Killjoy comes through, player detained. This should be the round for Zachary, but he still needs to find where he's hiding. In both corners. He gets that one done nicely. Perfect amount of time. Zachary
that was good.
Waltzes his way to another round for FaZe.
V1's only way of winning that round was to break the door and fight the Killjoy and break the ult. But Rockass was there steady, waiting for that, and then he just drilled him.
That happen. If Raucus doesn't get those 2 kills
Raucus,
on the Odin, Zachary doesn't win this round. Like, even the last detained was pretty nuts as well. Like, I'm a little bit surprised that V1 stuck around enough for that. Marv on this opening pick, and then that right click, and Marv at that point is thinking, hang on a minute, I might actually be able to win this 1v1, but no, Zelsis is there. Yeah. Not the first time we've seen Penny beef one of his right clicks, by the way, so got to work on that one, buddy, as V1, they'll still be okay-ish with that round. They did some decent damage, force it into a 1v1, but at this rate in time, FaZe 11-7, it's a pretty decent gap.
Those bloody jet right clicks, they're scary. I still don't rate them. Left click all day, baby. Now, let's see what FaZe
can do. Corey.
Let's see if
Corey.
Attention that's necessary. Zelsis, he's going to pick one off, and this is the feed, surely, but Corey has hit the trigger as FB's tries to come back and trade big wide swing.
That was almost very messy, but he got 3.
FaZe were looking for.
Completely unchecked. The one time they don't do anything in terms of checking and clearing out wine. Corey goes up big, Marved all the way into the back as well. So they got a pretty decent re-entry here. I mean, we talked about the V1 retakes. How about the FaZe retakes and the fact that Marv is about to take aim and control?
Wow.
Penny.
That's the dart that killed me. That one right there.
Can pretty much only play around Jen and Hell, and that's going to be it.
Let's see if player 1 can make something happen. Marv
here.
Phantom as well. Like the operator for the retake. Player 1.
Why wouldn't Corey Phantom there? Well, he probably had the Vandal from last round.
Penny, oh my lord, almost made that one work.
You know?
He's slightly whiffed the spray. Marv on fire right now. Another retake frag. And FaZe 12 rounds. Map point on the horizon.
That's one of those classic Phantom moments. We do the 140 headshot. And it's going to be wishing at the Vandal instead for that one.
They're making the Hummer electric. Hell no.
Feel a bit cheated in that
hey man, our future's all electric.
That to Marv, possibly a different story. Corey coming up big time.
Let's go.
Get the feed in whenever it walked past him. 3 kills here as everyone looks at him one by one. In fact, if Corey didn't have the reload there, he would have been up for the quad. So I'd have been one day. Didn't need it. FaZe will still take the round. I would say comfortably, but I would still also say that V1 did a decent amount of damage there once again. But you can't be winning if you're just doing damage here. FaZe now on map point 12-7. And if you just look at the top alone, Matt, it is so many rounds.
That's an interesting dart.
Damn good job from FaZe, and they're really asserting their dominance, getting ready to take us
the future's nuclear. Oh shit.
V1 allowed to take the A site here. 5-on-5 for the retake.
Sounds dangerous.
FaZe.
I like it.
They're all going to be coming in from heaven, or they're there at the moment. A bit of tree control. Zooming in on the map just to show the proximity of all these damn players. Now, Michael's going to be playing it quite open as well. Player 1, he's looking to fight. Raucus goes in, and he has actually found a wallbang kill. Zelsis as well drops a flame wall. He's looking to heal up and hold control of health for the moment. Paranoia comes in, but FaZe no follow-up just yet. V1, numbers advantage.
Oh my god, that's spam, dude.
Try to make it even more so. Effie's shoots back through the floor to find one of the heaven players. Vanity as well. Nice angle. Finds one. Marved. 1-on-3. It looks like time has ticked away. He's decided to save instead.
Ain't over yet.
Allow V1 to have one more round, just keeping the operator alive. Worrying about the economy. FaZe still on map point.
Okay, well, 4 rounds to go for V1 to maybe bring us to the OT. I mean, normally I would say it's probably not going to happen, but I think if you remember Haven, remember the fact that V1 are really showing up today, despite the fact that this half has not gone well. I mean, what, we ended the first half 6-6, completely dead even. Looking at this now position where FaZe are on map point, likely to take us to an icebox. I mean, you can definitely see if V1 really pick up the pace here. That was a decent attack coming through. FaZe didn't have any re-entries coming through from tree or main or anything. They didn't have any flanks. Obviously, Marv didn't have the ultimate this time around. 2 pistols here as well. FaZe will still have the operator online for Baby Bay. He's going to be looking over towards A, so no early action. It's going to be pretty much onto B, so we're looking towards Zachary, looking towards Raucus. They're spamming through the walls as well, so you don't want to be caught by that.
Oh, that's a lot of info.
Okay, Raucus. Info. Dry spam and cannot find any damage. Well, there could have been a moment there. Shock dart.
I think this is FaZe's round, dude.
To be able to connect.
I don't know.
After being found, you can see V1 now looking to just retake a main control, going in slowly. As you mentioned earlier, Corey has usually loved to get a little bit aggressive around here. However, he hasn't really been doing that a whole lot this game.
Oh, man, Baby Bay would have loved to have had a clean sight line over towards mid. V1 need to really get a bit more control here. I mean, again, it's just another situation where
by the time they go back to B,
where they don't quite have mid. They don't.
There's going to be another Silva dart.
You know, they have the
oh, they're going through mid though.
Little bit of token control over towards B man that you normally expect. This is going to be a B split fairly late. They're actually going to work the lockdown. I do believe this would be a good
work
for player 1 to drop that lockdown over from B main. As soon as now that the turret has spotted them, FaZe know what's up.
Could work.
Raucus
Rock.
Absolutely popping off with this Odin, but this time, all right, Caster cursed him. Sorry, mate. Now player 1 making this work. Vanity as well, clearing out the back of sight. And it looks like
dude, they almost had bad timing. The dart was up in like 5 seconds. So they actually hit it at a pretty good time. I feel like that if there was a dart though, that would have been very scary.
Just grouped up inside, looking to fight with strength in numbers, looking to trade. It seems like that is exactly what they're going to be doing. Huh?
Would FaZe maybe look for an exit here? Because they haven't really entered yet. They're kind of chilling for now. And I mean, as
these guys are stuck.
The actual Spire kit. This is the kills coming on in. I don't know that FaZe will have
One
enough
got away.
to actually get a defuse, but they're not going to allow V1 to escape out of here, which means even if V1 win, they drop all 5 guns. Their economy is down in the dumps for the next. They're going to try and back out over towards Defender Spawn, and it will be clear. And it's only clear because they did manage to pick up at least 1 kill. The cleanup on the Marved as well. Both teams will shake hands on that one. FaZe walk away with an operator, and V1 walk away with 3 rifles.
There you go. Let's have a look at where the economy stands going in the very deep ends of things. At this point, V1 looking like they might be able to get across to the double digits.
Listen.
Marved. He's on for the 30 if this drags out. This man's been absolutely putting on a show for us.
All right, here.
On Ascent. FaZe, they still need that
I got
one
you
round.
guys, all right?
And look, even though V1 did keep 3 alive, you can see the economy is still relatively stable. Should be able to drop across if they
this round
lose a couple of weapons into the next.
V1.
Yes, we'll see once we get
They're gonna
there.
dominate.
See if V1 can even
They're
get
gonna
that 10th
destroy
round, or
them.
FaZe close
Watch
things
this
out here
shit.
now.
Watch this.
Here we go. This is what Baby Bay's been looking for. He's not been smoked. He sees a barrel as well. That's massive. He knows now that a player might actually walk in. And if V1 don't do their homework here, well, thankfully they do. Just handed in right in the last minute there with the L drone. Spot out Baby Bay. Still be floating on the top. So Baby Bay has been pushed off the line. Yeah, shot through the wall. It's not going to be good. Well, at least Spot. I think Baby Bay would have seen something. But at this point in time, V1 know he's there as well. So V1 get market control. They're on to B.
Ooh. They're just holding W into the side of the
that's
moment.
not
Corey missed Showstopper, drops that boom.
Zachary?
Slow things down, but just like V1, very focused on the
he
side.
could add
at the moment.
2.
Zachary,
Got
one
one
from the back as Penny.
Better than none.
Trade things through. So it's 4v4 for the retake. Effie's close in the corner outside of market. This is a solid position for him. Everything just slows down. FaZe posturing for this retake. Looking to go 2 players into market. Recon dart over towards the tree. That's going to get
Oh my god. Oh my god, that dart. Somebody break it.
This man try to come through the wall. Doesn't work out. Might have got a little bit of damage there. Maybe over the top. Just waiting for it. Goes for the right click again. No, he's missed it. Pulls out the classic to follow up though. Vanity on the back side.
There it is.
This 1-on-3 can only get a single as Mark.
I got you guys. I got you guys. I got you. It's all right. Okay, so we're going to a 3rd map. I don't know what the 3rd map is. Let me check really quick. Oh, so this is going to our third map as well. So split for Noble, and then Icebox for... Ooh, I like that. Yes. Okay, I really gotta poop. So, I'll be right back. Yep. How long have we been on for? All right, 2 hours. Got it. Ad break.
Have. V1 looked very strong in the first half, second half not as much. You mentioned it, FaZe, almost like not dropping any rounds there in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you had a 6-1 start, by the way. So if you look at the second half in a vacuum, in those first 7 rounds, 6-1 for the side of FaZe. So very powerful defense. Yeah. 4 of them were retakes, by the way, so they actually did get some good retakes in there. A couple of heroic rounds from a few players. We saw, Marv picking up some big plays there. Rawkiss, credit where credit is due, give him that round as well. Well done. Get the big round over towards Tree where Corey and Marv had that setup. They got blinded, but who cares? They still get the kills. So overall, did feel like V1 got shut down across the map, and on their attack as well. Like even, on a couple of those last rounds, their mid round is like they get to about 40-50 seconds remaining, and they're like, we actually don't have anywhere on the map yet. We actually don't have any control yet, so it's a bit awkward.
Happened a lot of the time. If you get aggressive on one side and you give up that map control, then you got to take that time to retake map control. Also, I just wanted to point out, I think I saw a couple of contenders for the AimLad flick of the day there as well. So, keep your eyes on that one for later on.
Which missed right click do you want to go for?
Oh, stop it. You got to stop it. Look, he's doing a good job. Phase 1. All right, That's it. All right.
Both teams did it.
Come.
Oh, wait, whoa. What's happening? Hang on. What is going on here?
This guy. I hate him. Why's he doing it? Anyway, we've got to go to a break, so I need to beat him up while we're waiting. But I'll see you after it. Map 3, Icebox, coming up soon.
Sorry. My headset got out of range, and when it gets out of range, it makes my audio freeze.
Icebox. It is damn time, and I'm excited to get into the action because I don't think I've had a chance to cast a competitive Icebox game. I played in one, but casting, different damn situation. And FaZe and V1, I could not ask for any more action than what we've seen already. So, Avril, really, if we want to sum up last map, like, what are your real thoughts there? Ascent, I liked what we saw from FaZe. They're really starting to pick the pieces back up. Obviously, a bit of a lackluster performance from them on map 1, but also you can't fault V1 doing so much work on Haven. Ascent, however, falling a little bit short.
I think it was important for FaZe to prove that they can still defend as a team, because if you go back to Haven, it was a 4-8 defense on Haven in that first half, and I remember coming into Haven, I was saying, like, dude, man, like, if FaZe aren't picking up more on the defense here, they're in trouble, because V1 on the attack especially were good, but then V1 on the defense as well for Haven, beautiful, because the retakes were so good. But looking towards Ascent, so zooming on that a little bit, first half goes 6-6, pretty reasonable from both sides, good plays overall from both teams. Then when we get to the second half, it's the FaZe defense that just completely chokes out the side of V1, again, denying them information, forcing V1 to always fear the pushes, fear the flanks, clear extra angles, because if you don't clear them, Corey's hiding in wine, Corey's hiding in tree, somebody's hiding somewhere, and you have to clear so much against FaZe on a map like Ascent, and that ends up working out so well, not just for, you know, the actual kills it gets you, but the mental warfare, the psychological effect it has on a team like V1 as well, where they're playing way less confident on that particular attacking half than what we saw in Haven.
And what I want to point out as well is on Ascent, on Haven, there were so many rounds that came down to 1vx scenarios, so it really could have gone either way. And I'm interested to see if we get the exact same scenarios heading into Icebox. Speaking of, we're about to jump in and see which agents are going to be played by both teams on map 3, the decider in the series.
And it should still be the killjoys from both teams as well. No, actually, Corey did come through with an Astra on this map versus Team Basilisk. And look, they only barely won that, by the way. There is a really interesting thread in terms of looking at this game, that game in particular, the round of 32 match for FaZe Clan, where if Icebox goes slightly worse for FaZe, FaZe would have been knocked out by Team Basilisk, and they wouldn't be here today. It'd be version 1 versus Team Basilisk, and we'd be here, you and me, Mag, talking about, like, who are Team Basilisk, gonna be scratching my head a little bit. But at the same time, look, FaZe will clutch on through an Icebox. It was a very tight game. I don't agree with the Astra coming through from Corey at all. It honestly does look like it shouldn't have happened. So That's not going to happen again. Teams will technically do not run Astra here. This is the one map where teams just do not do that. And Corey is going to go towards Arena. Pretty standard for Corey. No Raze. A lot of teams do also play Raze here, but it's not today. Marved on towards the Sage here as well, which means Zachary goes over towards the Omen. Ooh. And no Killjoy, no Cypher. It's going to be one of those maps.
Yeah, like no Sage for V1 either. So, you know, that's maybe a talking point for later on. We'll see what they do. But, of course, they are starting on the offense. So maybe the Sage will be less important in that regard. And having a look at this setup coming out from FaZe on the defense. Looks like they're going to go heavy stack towards the A site.
I would actually say the Sage is very important for the attack and more important than the defense just because of the fact that you can get these free plants, especially anywhere on both A and B. Billy Aldron's going to push Corey up to get some information. Vanity might see a hit over towards Marv as well. And that's the thing about the defensive Sage from Marv. He'll just boost up onto the wall that he puts up over towards B. And now it's just 4 from V1, rushing into A.
Yeah, it's a nasty angle to deal with, but Corey as well. He's in a dangerous position, just playing around the elbow here on the front of sight. Spotted, though. V1 fully aware of his position now, just trying to force him out. And he goes down to Effie's. Okay, Raucus looking to stop any overextension. Baby Bay, even with the Sheriff on the pistol, man is feeling himself with that choice. We are going to see V1 get that spike planted, look to move into the post plants with the numbers advantage now. Effie's holding close at elbow, just waiting for FaZe to make their move. Raucus in on the back of sight, could find Penny. Oh, a sitter,
not bad.
Headshot found. Goes back to that 3-on-2. FaZe turning the tides just when it's necessary. Marved another. All of a sudden, it's V1 on the back foot. Zelsis, if anyone can do it, it's this man. He's been performing all day so far. Let's see if the wrap works out. No, Raucus swings in from the other direction.
What happened?
Lands that headshot. And FaZe, big retake to get yet another pistol.
What I missed?
Advantage starting off Icebox here.
Massive 2v1 team play there from Marv and Raucus as well. Marv will take a little bit of the aggro, take the contact. Raucus peeks off him. Raucus for 2 kills on that retake there as well. And Marv with 3 kills.
With Marv. Let's go.
Damn, dude. And Marv was one that opened up the account as well over towards B, boosting up on the wall. Taking care of, I believe it was Vanity. Could have been another player. For FaZe, though, Marv is still playing as well as he was playing on Ascent. Really, this is momentum for Marv, continuing from the previous map. And now we look back on Haven, like what happened if Marv played like this on Haven? Possibly FaZe would have had the 2-0 by now. So V1 going back towards A. Still got to see how they navigate this one without the Sage, because, you know, it comes down to the fact that FaZe do have 3 waiting here. Baby Bay, even with the Marshal.
Oh, Corey in between a rock and a hard place is not able to escape.
Rock and a hard place.
His hands knocks him out for the moment. Baby Bay strikes back, though, keep the numbers even, but not for long. Vanity with this Bucky again. This man, what's going on? A couple of right clicks and FaZe lose 2 members. Now it's 4v2. V1 full control of the A site. Still, in terms of the weaponry, FaZe might be able to get back into Zachary. Great performance so far. He's actually playing on the Omen now, which is
sounded loud to me.
Instead of the Sentinels, just trying to wrap in. Find a freebie onto player 1, look in the wrong direction. Vanity comes in to trade Paranoia out at the right moment. Is that the go signal? FaZe to run back in. Zachary still just waiting. Drops a couple of smokes to isolate the fight. But Vanity, 4K with the Bucky. This gun, you know, nerf it or something. How's he allowed to do that?
Nerf it or something.
I'll have to wait for next patch 2.06. Bucky will finally, I don't know if it's going to be put in the dirt or what, but right now, 2.05, Bucky is viable as ever. People were complaining about Stingers before. Look, I'll say one thing. At least we're not, like, hard forcing Stingers every second round in the anti-eco, post-pistols, whatever. At least, you know, teams are going to respect that. But when you can get Vanity walking onto site, just deleting people in one shot like that, especially on a very tight angled site like A, I mean, why do anything else? This is going to completely put FaZe on the back foot after... It wasn't even a force, by the way. It was, like, pistols, a couple of upgraded frenzies, and then the 1 Bucky from Vanity, and that 1 upgraded Bucky...
My God, I need to watch YouTube to see Shroud play a game as he doesn't do it on stream. Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry you feel that way.
This early rotation.
Oh, man.
FaZe
Shucks.
Numbers towards the B site, looking to hedge their bets. While this is all happening, you got V1. Zachary. Not Zachary, rather. Vanity lurking over towards that A site. Let's see which site V1 decide to go to. Just edging forward. Nice line found. Penny. Headshot onto Baby.
Get you one more. Get you one
Huge
more.
Pick.
Banger.
Should play it out. Oh,
bang.
My Lord. Look at this.
Get that ace. Just get it. Let him have it.
And Penny's just doing the whole damn thing himself. Looking for the ace. There it is. Classic pulled out with the updraft. Penny. Man's insane. Eco ace though, so look, we'll calm down a little bit. Calm down, everyone, please, thank you. But look, it was
an
still
eco.
interesting.
Whatever.
Great way to
Eco
win
ace.
around and not lose weapons is by running in and killing the whole enemy team, isn't it? You know?
Poggers, eco ace, love those.
That was a nice shot.
But, there we go. We start things up pretty soon. I mean, Penny
That was a
straight
nice
away
shot.
getting that kill onto who was it?
Good
Marvin.
recovery.
There's not much else here because there's like no armor at all coming through from the rest.
Yeah, that one's whatever.
FaZe.
I feel like on an eco though, you gotta do something a little bit closer than that.
You gotta stack pretty hard.
If you're
we
FaZe.
asked to V1 maybe cancel and go A. I mean, they don't have to. I think they're confident enough they'll just take these fights. We've seen on Haven especially how confident V1 in taking these fights, and they lost a little bit of that on the set, which is now why it's good to see it one more time. Zelsa straight away. Here comes the running back.
Just pushing straight in through elbow. Nice entry route. Just clearing out the front of sight as
Oh, no.
well. But
That's
he
not
will be
good.
found eventually. Raucous
For V1.
just to stop player one from getting his way in. Vanity now just slowing things down, trying to play the lines as best he can. Cloudburst to force Raucous back for the moment. Sight's been found, but will Vanity commit to the plant? He does. Good coverage there. No, he doesn't, actually. He falls back. Worried about a flood from FaZe, which
This is not looking good for V1 right now. At all.
And here comes said flood. See if V1 are going to be able to deal with it. Just hiding behind the corners for the moment. Zelsa's caught jumping. That's no good. Vanity down. There you go. Marved. Another onto Penny. Now it's up to Effies to bring this one back to V1, but I don't see it happening in a 1-on-4. Oh, and look from the top. On the damn zip line. Too much accuracy. Zachary deals with him nicely.
Damn, they sell so much money.
I'm
Holy.
gonna talk about really something.
And that's what
quite
you get when you get a
interesting
flawless
in terms of
eco, I
interaction
guess.
here, Because V1 don't run a Sage, right? Which means they don't clear sight properly. Well, it's quite hard to. You kind
I
of
like
clear
this. I
most
love
sides.
watching the
backside
box,
you're scared of.
baby.
Because if
The
somebody's
box
backside,
for
or even though the
a
rafters
third
around
map
backside,
always
or-
feels
I mean,
tense, and I
topside's
love
probably
it.
Gonna be more or less clear.
Oh, my
You can see
coffee's
that.
so hot.
Backside and rafters,
Ooh,
you
my
don't
hands
have
are so
control of that.
cold.
You don't have a Sage wall. They're too scared to plant. They're gonna look back on this VOD and realize if they just planted, they would have had probably the post plant set up because they plant, they walk away, FaZe have to come in for the retake, they're fine. But because they don't plant at all, they decide to try and take screens, they lose off that.
Oh, man.
Let's see if any entries come out towards the B side. Marv forced back
Oh.
already. That wall broke.
He caught himself in between.
Goes for the repeat. Can play
That's
one, hits him
awkward.
with the
You see
hard
two
punch.
targets,
Now,
you see two targets, but you don't know which one to land on, so you shoot kind of like in the middle, and that's what happened there.
Full rotation.
pretty
coming out
common,
from FaZe
actually.
As well. Very much at the ready. Baby Bay with the Blade Storm looking to cause a bit of a fuss. That smoke between long and yellow is going to slow things down for the moment.
Lockdown will also give them a free pass on the plant as well, so this time no hesitation, straight away, 5v4 on the post plant. It's you got to deal with the you got to deal with the Blaze Storm. Maybe you got to deal with Zachary actually because FaZe are not really.
Is he gonna dash?
Yeah, straight away.
Dash
for
on
4v4.
yellow as his team goes in?
It's not the best. I mean,
He's
in terms of
doing it.
post-planning
He's
for
dashing
B,
it.
there's
He's
not much
going
you can
for
do.
it.
Couple
They're
around
gonna throw
yellow,
some
couple around
smokes.
green.
He's gonna throw some smokes. He's gonna dash on
Vanity
yellow.
up into Idiot Wall with Shard.
Oh,
A little
close.
bit of a goose in the end. Penny.
He should have done it with
Round
his
as Baby
team
Bay tries to go
though.
over the
Like
top with
what?
Blade Storm, but now he goes on the
Why
aggressive,
do it alone?
which he gets punished for. Great job from Raucous. Holding strong wall in the way. Zelsa's looking to go through it while the contact comes through from his teammate. That works wonderfully to allow him another. And now with the numbers, they just need to play the bomb. But Raucous, big flick onto Zelsa's. Fully aware, expecting the second man, Effies, to come through eventually, but there you have it. Effies locks things down. And
When is the
V1
100 Thieves
take
match
the lead
coming?
3-2.
After this game, I'm pretty sure.
I guess, I mean, 2 yellow, 2 green can still be pretty hard to clear depending on the resource you have available. And time was starting to run out there for FaZe. Lockdown getting the free plant, not a lot of death from the V1 side of thing in terms of losing members early. I mean, Lockdown being
There was a lot of
respected.
hesitation,
I'm not
it felt
too
like,
sure
from
what the
FaZe.
timing on Raucous
Like if his team went in
Hunter's
and
Fury
Baby Bay
I'm
was
pretty
kind
sure
of
he didn't
last
have it
and
when
almost
Lockdown was there,
baiting.
because if he did have it,
I
he
think
should
they
have
would have won
destroyed
that
the
round,
Lockdown.
but his team had
So
to kind
I'm
of
fairly certain he
commit,
he would have only
throw some
gotten
smoke,
Hunter's
throw
Fury
darts,
from
whatever,
kill
push up in their
during the
face, and then
retake. So
Baby
that's a
Bay
bit
jumps on
unfortunate
top
in
in the
terms of timing.
commotion.
Back towards
That's what I
Vito.
thought was going to happen. I thought they were going to win the round.
Go for mid,
But
V1's gonna
he
try
went
something.
early alone and died, and his team was still doing
Zelsa's
nothing.
ambitious play coming in through mid under the tree.
Maybe it was part of their plan. I'm not
Or
sure.
he can thread the needle in terms of timing. Over on the top, though, Zachary ready for
Oh,
Vanity to be
Corey?
up on top of mid. Corey gets in behind Emily lives, but
This is
Zachary
so
holds
confusing.
strong. Effie's down. Yes,
Slowly in B.
Spike found as well. That's going to be a whole lot of control.
Do they even
And,
know?
Not a whole lot of players for V1 to try to win the round. 2v5.
You see the call coming through from FaZe as well. They know that V1's trying to take mid away. At that point in time, the rest of FaZe start getting aggressive over towards green, and if you tank
Just
the
do some
spike, it's
economy
gonna
damage
ruin
here.
the entire push. And for V1, Penny versus 4. Oh, I'd love to at least just get this one kill
Wow, he
onto
dinked
Marv, and
him,
Marv's
dude.
playing super well. Barely doesn't get the heal, by the way. Marv was looking for a little bit of healing. Shock Dart's going to do a decent amount of damage, and Corey will get the cleanup for 3. Still alive for FaZe. keeping the numbers good, keeping the rounds pretty even as well. We're 3-3.
100 Thieves is on the second stream. Oh, okay. So 100 Thieves is going to be on this one
that there could be
after this.
On the line from Snowman, so he
Got
decides to dash across at the enemy.
It's going to be tough. Going to have to watch both.
To get that kill as well on to Marved. But even so, it was FaZe with the rush after that, making sure that Penny was unable to get away. Look at this. 6 rounds in, 10-5.
Penny's looking good, yeah. Penny's feeling confident for sure. He's probably going to use Knives plus Bucky this round.
Bring a couple together, get that momentum working for them. You know, they do have the operator in the hands of Baby Bay now, so expect some dangerous positions. Speaking of, there it is. Fortunately, it was the drone that went down. 4v1.
Really important for V1 as well to respect the fact that an operator can come through. Look at Baby Bay's money. Could he be sniping this round? If yes, make sure you drone. They got to make sure they don't lose anyone early, but they haven't really pushed Baby Bay off, so he'll still have some lines to work with. Smoke to slow things down here as well. I kind of expect maybe Zelts just to flash through this if a V1 to push anyway. And here we go, Empress in.
Whoa. Okay, Penny certainly ready with the Blade Storm. Finds one. Baby Bay sharp on the flick to get rid of him out of midair. Does as well, bit of a wall to try to get up into the top of site. Looking to play over the smoke and maybe find an angle, but he goes over towards Generator instead. Wrap coming in on the back of site from FaZe as player 1. Working his way through mid. It's a bit of an impact, or at least draw some attention, but Marved is hitting everything again with Sage as the bomb is down on the B site. Vanity now looking to take a bit of kitchen control. Moving in through Orange, and post plant's looking pretty strong.
So Vanity actually used the ultimate from the shadows to TPs to the other side here, knowing that, you know, A was looking pretty hot. They had to clear a lot. You also have the fact that player 1 had some decent control in mid, so they can transfer from A to B pretty successfully. And the confidence as well to say, yeah, we're fairly sure that FaZe are fully rotated over towards A. Shouldn't be any lurkers there. And you'll get the spike plant in. And for FaZe, I think they've given this one up. They know that the retake will be too hard because they would have to clear pretty much like all of mid and kitchen and stuff as well before they can even get into a position to go for a 2v3.
It's one of those situations where I think the rotator was caught by player 1, which allowed that ult to go over towards the B site, knowing it was the anchor. But also on Icebox, these rotates, they just take
This is a back and forth game right now.
So FaZe trying to hedge their bets by sending numbers over early. And sometimes it's the answer if the team does commit, but, you know, with the Omens in the server, it allows that rotate with the ultimate. So, you know, it's a bit of a rough decision. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work to go and stack those sites. And as you can see, it was just the opt to save. Baby Bay, even going for the half armor to get this operator in play again.
Well, it's the part of the save is also Raucus picking up the ult for Baby Bay, so that would be a good reason for FaZe to make sure they still have players alive. Expensive gun. Baby Bay has found value. Again, the drone to come on through and the tag as well for Baby Bay to really push him off the line. And while that happens, Corey will get one and dismiss away for free.
Just pushing straight in through mid. Reyna, of course, with that get out of jail free card, similar to Jet when you do have the Tailwind available. Slowing things down. FaZe happy to play the numbers advantage of V1. Deciding on what they should do.
Mac, that actually ruins the entire attack because you've lost your entry now. Zels has had all the flashes. He had all the real good entry. Like, yeah, sure. Can Vanity throw in a Paranoia? That covers one lane. What about the rest? Really for this anywhere on this map for this attack to really get through to an execute. Big part of it's on Zelsus. They're going to lose Vanity as well, so their smoke cover is going to be really minimal now with Penny down 2 versus 4. And also the fact that Zachary's on site now as well. Baby Bay will do a rare miss, and this is not looking good for V1.
He has been sharp on the stick at the moment. Let's see if the trend continues. Effie's looking to move forward here, but it's player 1 to find a pick onto the rafters. Baby Bay.
Baby Bay's Marvin.
Through the tight gap. Effie's goes to the top of site. Head might have been spotted. Marv falls. Effie's brings it back to that 1v2.
Oh, he knows.
The tube, and it looks like it's going to be the totem pole approach. You got one man at heaven, one underneath. Recon dart used at the right moment. Great utility, which gives him a bit of information on at least Baby Bay's position. Spots the silencer. It's going to be the swing, but up top, Baby Bay there for the trade and the quad kill. Big impact in the 8th round.
Yeah, there we go. So I think the most important kill was actually the one that denies the ace, and that's coming down onto Corey getting Zelsus early. Again, ruins the entire push. You're going to probably see it again here. So Corey swings around, dismisses away, can't be traded at the same time as well. Baby Bay for 2. And then right towards the end, credit what creditors do, Effie's made it interesting. He sees the barrel, wants to get the swing onto Raucus. If he finds that and Baby Bay's not there to trade, the 1v1 for the end, for Effie's to still win is still very possible, assuming he gets a plant. But yeah, Baby Bay right towards the top here is going to get the swing. Protocol approach like I sort of mentioned. So very simple from FaZe, who might actually get aggressive towards mid this round.
Just droning in from the defensive side, so you're ready for that Hunter's Fury to lay some groundwork. Well, it's actually V1's Hunter's Fury, so it looks like they're trying to... There's a bit of chaos over towards B long as that's happening. V1 end up sending that into A. Penny with the entry up from the plat, and now it's just Corey here on site. Corey and Zach.
Dude, it's so confusing to, like, when someone's inside a smoke, it's actually so hard to tell where they are.
Not wanting to go and take the back of site.
I had no idea where he was.